Hi people, welcome back. My name is Ran. I share content about electric vehicle. Many people being asking me that you talk about so many good things about battery swap, but how much does it cost? If it is too expensive, would that still be a reasonable option for me as a ordinary user? In today's video, I'm going to take you on site for several tours with different chargers and battery swap stations. We're going to review the price schedule so that you have an intuitive idea of how much does it cost to charge the battery or to swap the battery by itself. Overall speaking, the charging cost and swapping cost are very different based upon very different times and regions. But in general, I would say that battery swap is slightly more expensive than charging. And the essential reason was because of the different service fee method. You have to understand the electricity cost is the same, but the service fee is really different. The service fee of a battery swap is based upon each time you swap the battery, while in charger stations, that is based upon each kilowatt hour power you've charged into a vehicle. And most of the time people will swap the battery, they swap the whole battery, but in the charger stations, people would not be charging the battery to full, right? Most of them will be charging the exact amount they need, maybe like 15 kilowatt hour or 30 kilowatt hour, and they're just good to go. So it's rather hard to compare them in a very accurate and quantitative way. The battery swap service fee is fixed, no matter what kind of sizes of battery they're using that you swap. No matter it's 75 or 100 or 150, or maybe in the future there'll be others like 60, 80 or 180. The service fee is always fixed. So if you swap for a larger pack battery, the service cost for each individual kilowatt hour in the battery pack would be lower than the smaller battery pack. Most of the time, I believe that 75 kilowatt hour battery pack, the standard pack, is the most common, the most frequently used battery pack among all NIO users instead of a 100 kilowatt battery pack. So if we break down that service fee into very individual kilowatt hour, then we're going to find out that probably the battery swap cost is slightly more expensive than charging the battery. I do believe that NIO Power has been studying the charging cost all around the country and come up with their own rate schedule and demonstrating to the people that you are paying slightly more expensive but enjoying the efficiency of battery swap. And now mentioning that there are more significant benefits of battery swap. If you're interested in a comparison of battery swapping versus ultra-fast charging, you can click on the video that I did previously. I had a very thorough explanation about the pros and cons of both methods of power supply. All these on-site reviews are conducted in Shenzhen City, which is relatively speaking a slightly more expensive part of China. In many other parts of China, people can still enjoy very, very low electricity costs, especially during valley time in a very residential area. That electricity cost can be brought down as low as 0.16 yuan per kilowatt hour, which is barely nothing. But that is still really rare occasions that most people can enjoy that. And to enjoy this kind of very low residential electricity cost during valley time, you have to install the chargers and you have to pay for the installation cost. That will be several thousands of RMB to be spent, which should be taken into consideration. Okay, right now you can see that I only have 2% left in my battery, so I'm going to swap the battery right here in this station so that we can have a look at the final bill after the swap. We click order now.
下单成功，前面还有0人，为避免过号，请尽快到达换电站。如遇问题，请拨打换电服务热线。
So when you place the order, you can find out that the door of the station is opening up. The other slight good thing about battery swap that you can stay in the car all the time. You don't have to be outside, during the very sunny day, very burning day, or the rainy, It's more comfortable for the driver and the passengers. So right now the battery swap is finished. We have 93% of the new battery and we got 520 kilometers claimed range. We're going to have a look at the bill. After finish the battery swap, you can find in the new application, and right here in the second, it says the power swap is finished and pending to be paid. Check. Going to find out this is the final bill that you can see from the application. The accumulated amount of power, it's 64.9 kilowatt hour. The power costs 101.24 and the service fee is 30 yuan. So this is the plate, my plate, and right here are some of the coupons that you probably have to use. The final cost is 131.24 yuan, and I believe we are at the peak time, so it might be this is the most expensive cost to swap in this station. And right here are the order details. In the application, we can find the detailed information of the battery swap station we just swapped. Like for instance, this is the one we just swapped the battery. We can check the cost. Over here, we can find the schedule. So we are actually at the most expensive one is between 3 to 5 p.m., 1.56 yuan per kilowatt hour. Service fee will be the same, at 30 yuan each time. And the cheapest will be between midnight to 8 a.m. And I would say that 90% of the power station will be having a service fee of 30 yuan. And the cheapest I can find that I encountered was 25 yuan each time. The most expensive one would be 50 yuan each time. But I would say over 90%, maybe more, are only 30 yuan each time. So these are, for instance, you can check on the map. These are all the power stations available in urban regions. So let's find the random one. Let's look at this. You see 30 each time, 30, all the same. And the power cost, not many difference. Look at the other one. Okay, so 30 as well. And let's find something in the downtown. Maybe this. It's 30. I remember that in the Nanshan district in Shenzhen City, some very busy parts like this, very busy part, they are expensive ones. Yeah, you see this? This is 50 yuan. So this one is definitely more expensive, even in the off-peak, the valley time, it's still really expensive than the others. The most expensive will be 1.77 kilowatt, per kilowatt. That's really, really expensive. This is a downtown of Shenzhen City. Let's find if this, remember there's another one right here, which is relatively cheap. Yeah, this one, see this? The power cost will be roughly the same, 1.56 yuan per kilowatt hour, but the service fee is really low. It's 25 yuan each time. It doesn't really matter what kind of battery you're swapping. It doesn't really matter if it is a 75 or 100 kilowatt hour, or maybe the 150 kilowatt hour. The service fee for each swap would be the same. Also, I would say in the future, including different types and categories of the battery for the other swappable brands, or maybe the Envoy, the sub-brand of NIO, the cost of each swap, the service cost will be the same. Right now, I'm in the Northern Railway Station Central Park in Shenzhen City. And over there will be plenty many parking lots available, and with many chargers from different brands. I'm going for a little tour around the parking lot to see what are these chargers and which brand they were from, and then we go back to see one by one to see how they cost, how they perform, how they cost. Okay, the first one we can see is the Lotus. They're pretty beautifully designed, and we can see the ground lock. Yeah, so meaning that they are exclusive for their own users, not open for everyone. The other one we can see is the, let me see. Yeah, this one is a Porsche. These ones also have the ground lock, saying that they are exclusive as well. So Lotus and Porsche are only available for their own customers, and they're not open for everyone. Let's go inside to see if there's any others. There are many chargers of different brands, obviously. These are the XPen. These are the XPen charger, and it's 480 kilowatt. It's an ultra fast charger. Over here we have the this brand called 小吉充电. It's one of the most common chargers you can find, at least in Shenzhen city. I don't know about the other parts of China, but it's pretty common to have this brand. And it's pretty common to find them in the service point, like rest point on highways. Over here we have the Camas. This one is supported and built together with Volkswagen. This one is a joint charger with Honi, the brand Honi, as you can see. So probably it's a co-working agreement with Honi and between Honi and Volkswagen. Over here are the Zikker Chargers. These are the Zikker electric vehicles, and we do see some taxi drivers been using the Zikker Chargers to charge the vehicle. These are Autar Chargers as well. And over here we have a battery swap station from NIO and some chargers from NIO. These are Xiaoji, but over there we have three Autar Chargers from NIO. I believe that's it. And that's the, let me see if there are any others. Yeah, so some people are charging, some are not. I just gonna go back and see them and look at them one by one to check how much did it cost. The first one we can see is the Lotus, the Autar Charger from the Lotus. These are very, very specially made. I mean the design, the look, exterior. It says supercharging. It got 2 spots and 2 chargers. There's a transformer of Lotus. Obviously they are exclusive for their own users. So the customer has to use the application to reserve so that the ground log will be up, will be down. Cables. Right now it says maximum output 420 kilowatt, maximum current 500 amp, voltage 50 to 1000. Not bad. The charger handle. The handle looks really big, but the weight is okay. Cable, moderate. Yeah, I really do like the shape of the charger. But they only have 2, and I don't think they built enough. I've seen them in some of the shopping malls, but this is the first time I see them in the ground, in the outdoor. I hope then they can build more and open for everyone. Over here we have the Porsche, the charger from Porsche. They got 2 spots as well. The label right here says, please use the app to unlock. The general designing of this charger is pretty mediocre. This is instructions of how to use it, but you know, they are exclusive. Please download the latest version of my Porsche app. These are not open for everyone. I don't think Porsche design or built by themselves. They're probably some OEM products. See the handle, it's just like the very common handles and cables that you can find with the other chargers. Yeah, it's pretty heavy. Thick cable. The handle is doesn't feel premium. Handle feels plasticky. And now I'm looking at the XOne Chargers. So they have 4 chargers, 4 spots. The maximum output right here says 480 kilowatt. This is definitely one of the Autar chargers available on the market, but I don't think, let me see. Yeah, they are open for everyone, but you have to use their application to unlock. I don't really adore the design of this charger, aesthetically speaking. Let me scan the code to see how much does it cost to charge an XOne Chargers. Okay, saying that I can't initiate the charging because I'm not plugged in. But let me see, it's 1.75 yuan per kilowatt hour. It's between 3 to 5 p.m. Yeah, so we are actually at the most expensive one. That is between 3 to 5 p.m. Electricity 1.53 and service fee 0.22. The cheapest is between midnight to 8 a.m., just like the others. And this one has the occupying penalty cost, saying that if you finish the charging and you don't move your vehicle, after 30 minutes, it will be charging you for 1 yuan per minute. And right here are the Camas supercharger stations. They have 10 spots, but with 5 chargers. Each charger comes with 2 handles, obviously. And there's one Tesla has been charging. Let's look at the specs. And this one also saying scan to unlock, but obviously there's no lock on the ground. They're open for everyone. Be aware that the Camas is, I believe, is owned by Volkswagen. But the funny thing that I find out that these Camas, right here it says the Honi Chargers, so it's probably going to be a co-working between the car Honi brand with Volkswagen for any agreement. Not something impressive with the chargers. The cable, the handle, just normal. Looks pretty heavy, to be honest. Okay, let me scan the code so that I can have an idea about the cost. Okay. So right now the cost is 1.69. Also, the cheapest will be from midnight to 8 a.m. Cheapest will be 0.73. Service fee 0.45 yuan per kilowatt hour. Most expensive ones will be 11 to 12 a.m. and 15 to 17 p.m. Right here it says the charger station costs. I do believe it's probably going to be meaning the normal price is 1.91. That's really expensive. And this one is called discounted price, 1.69. And they have these coupons as well, like this one, Camas July anniversary promotions, like 15th to 21st of July. Limited coupons every day between 10 to 11 a.m., 15 to 16 p.m. 0 service fee, 50% discount coupons every day for 600 units, limited amount. Over here we have the NIO Power swap station, and right here the NIO Chargers over there, but right here we have some Zikker Chargers. I did see some Zikker vehicles charging the vehicles right here, but right now I can only see these commercial use type of vehicles, like 3 taxi drivers and 1 minivan drivers using the chargers from Zikker. Probably because it's cheaper. Let's find out. This is the charger itself. It's supposed to be Autar charger as well. The cable looks thin. Let's look at these specs. It's over here. Yeah. Voltage 250 to 1000. Maximum current 650. So that we can see how much does it cost. Now see this. It's 1.89. And it's 1.89 all the time. It's from 8 a.m. to midnight. It's the same, 1.89. That's really expensive. Only between midnight to 8 a.m. in the morning, it's 1 yuan cheaper. The rest of the day is the same price. But based on my conversation with the taxi driver, saying that you can purchase many of the promos, coupons, to make it cheaper, it's actually relatively cheaper than the others. Okay, so these are the coupons. For newcomers, 0.1 yuan to purchase these kind of coupons to use. Yeah, these are the promos. Free collection. These are the NIO Autar Chargers. 3 spots, 3 chargers. I find out that many taxi drivers are coming back to charge the vehicle, and most of them will be choosing the Zikker Chargers, and because it's cheaper if you're using the coupon. And there's one cargo minivan driver is using the NIO Chargers to charge the cargo. These are commercial use minivans. We have one NIO coming here, probably go for the swap. Let me scan it to see how much does it cost. Using the, I can use the NIO application to do that. Okay, 125 kilowatt DC cost. The most expensive would be 1.5 yuan per kilowatt hour, including the service fee, which is 0.21 yuan. The cheapest, midnight, between midnight to 8 a.m. 0.73 yuan per kilowatt hour. Not bad. It is actually cheaper than the others. These one are the chargers from this brand. It's called Xiaoji Tongdian. This is, as I said before, that is one of the most common charger brand you can find in China. In many service points, in many rest points and highways, you can find them everywhere. So they literally have the largest amount of chargers in this parking lot. So this is one charger, comes with two handles as well. This handle A has been plugged and been used by this vehicle, and this is the handle B. It's right here. We've got one Tesla over here, but he's not charging. Let me scan this to see how much that it costs. So this is the cost, different times. Yeah, it's cheap. It's cheaper than this is the cheapest actually. If you are let's say a membership, you can get a 1.47 yuan per kilowatt hour, which is the cheapest I can find in this parking lot. And the cheapest in the whole schedule would be between midnight to 8 a.m. Same with the others. Membership cost 0.68 yuan per kilowatt hour. Right here it's the occupancy penalty notice. If after you finish the charging, you don't move your vehicle, there's going to be a penalty cost of 0.17 yuan per minute. The maximum penalty each time would be 30 yuan. After finish the charging, if you don't move your vehicle in 20 minutes. So right now I'm in the parking lot. There are a few, it's a public parking lot, and there are a few chargers over here. And you can easily distinguish that these are the slow chargers, or you may call it the AC chargers. Right here in China, people don't call it AC or DC. People just call it slow and fast, so it's easy. These are just the slow chargers, we call it, and it's obviously AC. The very obvious difference between the AC and DC that you won't hear the noise coming out from the voltage transformer. Usually for the fast chargers, it's being very noisy because they have infrastructure installed and being transforming the voltage, and that could bring a lot of noise. But this kind of charger, they're slow. And the other thing to distinguish between them is the cable. So you can see from the exterior that it's pretty simple and thin, and it obviously is really lightweight. The cable, let me see this. Right here it says 250 volt, 32 amp. So yeah, and the port, let's see. Yeah, it's the AC port. Right here we only have the fast charging port and the slow charging port. We don't have the Tesla standard type of port available in China. Even the Tesla cars right here in China, they're using the, let's say, international standard. So these are the brand. This is the brand. There are many different types of brand. This is actually a company that's been built and installed these kind of chargers. Usually they just purchase these kind of facilities from the origin factory, and they sign a deal with some kind of industrial or shopping or commercial parts, or maybe apartments. When they finish the deal and finish the contract, they're going to install these chargers. And the electricity fee will be consisted with two parts mainly. Let me scan that for you, and I can give you a good explanation. Let me scan that QR code. Usually that's the way to scan and to initiate the charging. You see this one, this person has been charging his car. Okay, let me scan. You can find out that right here it says 1.89 yuan per kilowatt hour. I do believe it's kind of expensive. It's quite expensive, to be honest. And right here it says 7 kilowatt hour. 7. It's pretty slow. But if you look at right here, there will be different tiers of payment fees of different time. Right, so we are actually, let me see this. We are actually between 1 to 7 p.m. So it is actually the most expensive range. The cheapest would be midnight to 8 o'clock in the morning. And right here, you may find that it says 0.28 for the electricity and 0.70 for the service fee. The service will be the same. It's just that at different time, the electricity costs has been fluctuating all the time. Thank you so much for watching. That'll be the end of today's content. Like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.